Right now, as you watch this video, something extraordinary is happening. Your brain, a 3-pound biological computer consuming 20% of your body's energy, is creating the most mysterious phenomenon in existence: consciousness. But here's what will challenge everything you think you know. Consciousness might not be produced by your brain at all. It might be the very fabric of reality itself. Picture this. 95% of our universe consists of dark matter and dark energy, invisible forces we can't see, touch, or understand, yet they shape everything around us. Now consider that scientists have been struggling with consciousness for decades, unable to explain why a collection of neurons creates your inner experience of being you. What if these two mysteries are connected? What if consciousness isn't a byproduct of complex biology, but a fundamental property of the cosmos itself? Research published in Nature just this year involved 256 human subjects across 12 laboratories, tracking brain activity while people viewed faces and objects. The results stunned researchers. Consciousness appears to emerge from the posterior cortex, not the frontal brain as previously thought. But even more intriguing, the brain activity associated with consciousness is sustained throughout the entire experience, suggesting our awareness operates differently than any current theory predicts. Here's a fact that will reshape how you see reality. Quantum physics experiments consistently show that particles exist in multiple states simultaneously until observed. The observer effect reveals something profound. Consciousness might not just observe reality, it might actually participate in creating it. Nobel laureate Roger Penrose, along with anesthesiologist Stuart-Hameroff, proposed the groundbreaking orchestrated objective reduction theory. They discovered that quantum processes might occur within microtubules, tiny structures in brain cells, lasting thousands of times longer than scientists thought possible in biological tissue. Recent research published in Physical Review E found quantum coherence in these microtubules can persist for 5 nanoseconds, long enough for the brain to process information through quantum computation. This suggests your thoughts might literally operate through the same mysterious quantum mechanics that governs the universe itself. Ancient wisdom traditions have always placed consciousness at the center of creation. Hindu philosophy describes consciousness as Brahman, the ultimate reality from which everything emerges. Buddhist teachings speak of consciousness as fundamental, existing throughout all phenomena. These aren't just spiritual beliefs, they're descriptions that align remarkably with cutting-edge physics. Now, panpsychism, the idea that consciousness exists at all levels of reality, is gaining serious attention from physicists and philosophers. Even the legendary Arthur Eddington, who first confirmed Einstein's general relativity, embraced panpsychism after realizing physics tells us what matter does, but never what matter actually is. He concluded that consciousness might be the intrinsic nature of all physical reality. Consider this stunning possibility. If consciousness is fundamental rather than emergent, it could explain some of physics' greatest mysteries. Quantum entanglement allows particles separated by vast distances to remain instantly connected. Could this hint at a universal consciousness field connecting everything in existence? The numbers are staggering. Dark energy comprises 68% of the universe, dark matter 27%, and ordinary matter, everything we can see and touch, only 5%. We're living in a universe where 95% of reality remains completely mysterious. Meanwhile, neuroscientist Christoph Koch at the Allen Institute led a landmark 7-year study to determine which theory of consciousness comes closest to the truth. The results published in Nature revealed that neither leading theory fully explains consciousness, suggesting we need entirely new approaches. Here's where it gets truly extraordinary. If consciousness isn't produced by brains, but rather accessed through them, like a radio receiving cosmic signals, then your awareness connects you to something far greater than individual existence. Your thoughts, emotions, and perceptions might be localized expressions of a universal conscious field. Recent studies using functional magnetic resonance imaging show that consciousness involves synchronized activity across multiple brain regions, creating what researchers call global workspace patterns. But here's the twist. These patterns suggest the brain might be integrating information from sources beyond its physical boundaries. If you find this perspective intriguing, and it's changing how you view reality, please like this video now. Theoretical physicist Stephen Wolfram's research into computational mechanics suggests reality itself might be fundamentally informational. If consciousness processes information, and reality is information, then consciousness becomes an active participant in the universe's basic operations, not a passive observer but a creative force. The implications are, well, staggering. If consciousness influences quantum mechanics and the structure of space-time, we might finally solve mysteries that have puzzled scientists for generations. Could understanding consciousness actually lead to breakthroughs in parallel universe theories? And might it even reveal the true nature of time itself? Research shows that quantum effects in biological systems persist far longer than we previously thought possible. A study published in Physical Review Research demonstrated quantum complexity measures that, interestingly, distinguish conscious from unconscious states in fruit flies. This suggests that consciousness involves specific quantum computational processes. The hard problem of consciousness, explaining why physical processes create subjective experience, has stumped neuroscientists for decades. David Chalmers, who coined the term, argues that even when we understand all brain functions, the mystery of why we have inner experience remains. But if consciousness is fundamental rather than emergent, this whole problem kind of dissolves. Experience doesn't arise from matter. Matter arises from experience. So, ancient texts describe reality as layers of consciousness manifesting as physical phenomena. And, modern physics reveals reality as probability waves collapsing into definite states upon observation. The parallels are, honestly, undeniable. Both describe consciousness as the foundation from which apparent physical reality emerges. Recent neuroscience research, involving 256 participants across multiple laboratories, found that conscious content appears in visual, ventrotemporal, and inferior frontal cortex regions, with sustained responses reflecting stimulus duration. This suggests consciousness operates through distributed networks, processing information in ways that transcend individual brain regions. If consciousness permeates reality, then every quantum event, every particle interaction, every cosmic structure participates in the universe's vast conscious experience. Your individual awareness becomes a unique perspective within this cosmic consciousness, like a wave in an infinite ocean of awareness. The memory theory of consciousness, recently proposed by researchers, suggests that what we experience as consciousness is actually memory systems integrating information across time. This theory explains phenomena that have puzzled scientists, including how present experiences can be influenced by future events, exactly what quantum mechanics predicts. Scientists estimate that near-death experiences occur in about 10 to 20% of cardiac arrest survivors, often involving profound alterations in consciousness when brain activity is minimal or even absent. These experiences suggest consciousness might operate independently of brain function, supporting theories of consciousness as fundamental rather than brain-generated. The future, honestly, demands interdisciplinary collaboration. Physicists must work with neuroscientists, philosophers with quantum theorists, and spiritual practitioners with laboratory researchers. Only by bridging these domains can we even begin to approach the ultimate mystery. Recent advances in quantum information theory, particularly regarding quantum entanglement and error correction codes, are being applied to understand how memories form and persist. These studies reveal that consciousness might operate through quantum computational processes that transcend classical physics limitations. If consciousness is indeed fundamental to reality, the ethical implications are profound. Every decision you make, every thought you think, every emotion you feel might influence the universe's fabric itself. Your consciousness becomes a creative force shaping reality at quantum levels. The journey toward understanding consciousness promises to transform not just science, but human civilization itself. As we probe deeper into the nature of awareness, we might discover that the distinction between observer and observed, between self and cosmos, is an illusion created by our limited perspective. Your consciousness right now, contemplating these ideas, might be the universe becoming aware of itself through your unique viewpoint. This moment of reflection could be the cosmos examining its own nature through billions of conscious observers scattered across space and time. The greatest discoveries in human history have come from recognizing that reality operates differently than it appears. Just as Earth orbits the sun despite appearing stationary, and atoms consist mostly of empty space despite matter appearing solid, consciousness might be the universe's fundamental property, despite appearing to emerge from brains. We stand at the threshold of potentially the most revolutionary discovery in human history. Understanding consciousness as fundamental could unite physics and spirituality, science and meaning, individual experience and cosmic purpose. The universe might not be a cold, mechanical system that accidentally produced awareness. It might be awareness itself, exploring its own infinite nature through every conscious being. The ultimate secret might be that you, in your conscious awareness right now, are the universe coming to know itself. Your thoughts, perceptions, and experiences are cosmic events, not mere biological processes, but expressions of reality's deepest nature. If this exploration of consciousness as the universe's ultimate secret has expanded your perspective on reality, share this video with friends who appreciate life's deepest mysteries. Subscribe to Universal Insights to continue exploring the profound connections between consciousness, quantum physics, and the nature of existence itself. And in the comments below, share your thoughts. Do you believe consciousness might be fundamental to reality, or do you think it emerges from complex brain processes? Your perspective could contribute to humanity's greatest quest, understanding the nature of consciousness and our place in the cosmic story. The journey into consciousness is the journey into existence itself. As we probe these mysteries, we might discover that the universe's ultimate secret has been hiding in plain sight all along, in the very awareness through which you're experiencing this moment right now.